Well, hey, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Bible Podcast presented by Saint Church. My name's Caleb, and our hope is to help you study the Word of God every single day. Every day, we're taking time to upload episodes on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube, where we read a chapter of the Bible. We look at the context it was written in, and we see what it has to say for us today. Today, we're going to be doing just that by continuing on in our study on the book of Genesis by reading out of Genesis chapter 46, where we see Jacob finally go to join his long-lost son, Joseph, in Egypt. Now, really quick, before we dive into that, if you're over on YouTube, take a second, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. Make sure to even check out some of the other books that we've done studies through if you're interested in that. If you're over on Spotify or Apple, take a second to follow the podcast, leave a rating and a review if you got a moment. 5 stars really helps out so much and letting more people know about it. But with that being said, we're just going to dive right on in to Genesis chapter 46, starting in verse 1. This is what the Word of God has to say today. It says this. So Israel set out with all that was his, and when he reached Beersheba, he offered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. And God spoke to Israel in a vision at night and said, "Jacob, Jacob, here I am," he replied. "I am God, the God of your father," he said. "Do not be afraid to go down to Egypt, for I will make you into a great nation there. I will go down to Egypt with you, and I will surely bring you back again, and Joseph's own hand will close your eyes." Then Jacob left Beersheba, and Israel's sons took their father and their children and their wives in the carts that Pharaoh had sent to transport him. So Jacob and all his offspring went to Egypt, taking with them their livestock and the possessions they had acquired in Canaan. Jacob brought with him to Egypt his sons and grandsons and his daughters and granddaughters and all his offspring. These are the names of the sons of Israel, Jacob and his descendants, who went to Egypt. Reuben, the firstborn of Jacob, the sons of Reuben, Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Simeon, Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shaul, the son of a Canaanite woman. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Judah, Onan, Shelah, Perez, and Zerah, but and Onan had died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Perez, Hezron, and Hamul. The sons of Issachar, Tola, Pua, Jashub, and Shimron. The sons of Zebulun, Sered, Elon, and Jalil. These were the sons Leah bore to Jacob in Padan Aram, besides his daughter Dinah. These sons and daughters of his were 33 in all. The sons of Gad, Zephon, Haggai, Shuni, Esbon, Eri, Arodi, and Areli. The sons of Asher, Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, and Beriah. Their sister was Sarah. The sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malchiel. These were the children born to Jacob by Zilpah, whom Laban had given to his daughter Leah, 16 in all. The sons of Jacob's wife Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. In Egypt, Manasseh and Ephraim were born to Joseph by Asnath, daughter of Potipharah, priest of On. The sons of Benjamin, Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Gurah, Naaman, Ahai, Rosh, Muppim, Hupmim, and Ard. These were the sons of Rachel who were born to Jacob, 14 in all. The son of Dan, Hushim. The sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, Guni, Jezer, and Netshelem. These were the sons born to Jacob by Bilhah, whom Laban had given to his daughter Rachel, 7 in all. All those who went to Egypt with Jacob, those who were his direct descendants, not counting his sons' wives, numbered 66 persons. With the 2 sons who had been born to Joseph in Egypt, the members of Jacob's family, which were in Egypt, were 70 in all. Now Jacob sent Judah ahead of him to Joseph to get directions to Goshen. When they arrived in the region of Goshen, Joseph had his chariot made ready and went to Goshen to meet his father Israel. As soon as Joseph appeared before him, he threw his arms around his father and wept for a long time. Israel said to Joseph, "Now I am ready to die, since I have seen for myself that you are still alive." Then Joseph said to his brothers and to his father's household, "I will go up and speak to Pharaoh and will say to him, 'My brothers and my father's household who were living in the land of Canaan have come to me. The men are shepherds, they tend livestock, and they have brought along their flocks and herds and everything they own.' When Pharaoh calls you in and asks, 'What is your occupation?' you should answer, 'Your servants have tended livestock from our boyhood on, just as our father did.' Then you will be allowed to settle in the region of Goshen, for all shepherds are detestable to the Egyptians." And that's the close of Genesis chapter 46. What an interesting chapter, because we are seeing the reuniting of Jacob, but also we're seeing God make a new promise. We're seeing that God is fulfilling a promise, and we are seeing that Joseph has a plan to help care for his loved ones. Now, in this, what do we see? We see that God goes to Jacob and he tells him, don't worry about going to Egypt, that he's going to go with him. What do we see here? We see that in God saying, do not worry about it, it probably does imply that Jacob was worried to leave the land that Abraham, his grandfather, was told to go to. Yet in this moment, God looks and God confirms, hey, this is not just man giving you a good option. This is me leading you. So go down there and see what would happen. In the midst of this, we end up seeing that, you know what? Jacob is becoming a man with many family members. He is becoming a man of a large household. And so we're seeing God has started to fulfill his promise. Now, after this, we see that Joseph then goes and has wisdom in helping his family to settle in a land that would allow them to be separate from the people of Egypt and would allow them to continue to live their lives. So he looks and he understands the culture. He says, say that you're all shepherds. They'll still be respected. They'll still be seen as Joseph's family, so they'll be cared for. Yet we will see that then the Egyptians will not insist that they live in the direct area of Egypt, but rather they can go to a land on the side where they would be able to live and thrive and grow. Now, this chapter overall, again, is just a continuation of the story. So what we're seeing is God start to take care of the small details. Friend, I want to encourage you that God cares about the small details. God cares about every aspect of it. Like this might seem like a silly thing. Like, I don't know if you're somebody who's ever had to move to a new place. And when you go to move to that new place, there's like the first moment that you go to get the keys or to step in the door for the first time. And there might be a little anticipation like, wow, what's going on here? Am I doing the right thing? And God, in this moment, what's he doing? He's assuring Jacob that, hey, you're making the right move. And so just like in that moment, we have to have all the details get wrapped up. We got to be able to sign the right things if we're renting from somebody. We have to sign the right things if we're buying a home. We got to understand the rules of where we're living. And you know what? We got to get the right stuff. Joseph's making sure to button up all the details so that his family is cared for. And ultimately, that's God's provision for his people. And so in the midst of this story, what are we seeing? We're seeing that God's up to something. And we're going to see that this also is going to lead to some times of difficulty for the people of Israel as we approach the book of Exodus. But right now we see that God has reunited his family. And one day we will see that once again, God has a similar thing that he does in the life of Jesus. That Jesus would be born in Bethlehem. He would have to flee to Egypt where he would grow a bit and then he would return. What are we seeing for the people of Israel right now? They have been in the land of Canaan. They have gone to Egypt to grow. And then they will one day return. But friends, with that being said, that's what I got for you today. So if you got any questions, comment them down below. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. If you're on Spotify or Apple, take a second to follow and leave a rating and a review. It would mean so, so much. But with that being said, thanks for being here today. Can't wait to see you tomorrow because we're taking time to study the Word of God every single day.